I've had a fantastic afternoon and evening as well today, and fantastic to see some of you are playing very different repertoire this afternoon, to see your faces again and to recognise some of you already. Just wanted to say one thing before I talk about each of you individually, and that's the word dynamics, which is something I've got a bit of a hobby horse about. What do we understand by the word dynamics? Very quickly. Don't be shy. Contrast between loud and soft. Loudness. Type of instrument. So if we talked about the dynamic of the room, what would we mean?
The atmosphere?
Yeah. Who said that? That's a better answer. The atmosphere in the room. So we talk about this word dynamics, and if something's dynamic, it's alive, or it's vibrant in some way, or it could be awkward. You know, if someone comes in who you don't like, the dynamics in the room change, and all of a sudden. And so this business of the way we play, when we play soft, for instance, or quiet, I never play quiet. I never play quiet. I might play soft, or I might play tenderly, or I might play like something hurts. But there's a massive array that we can use of dynamics when we communicate. And it helps actually to say something, whereas quiet, just, it's quiet. Loud, loud. So what does loud mean? But strong, which is what forte means, or is it aggressive, or is it got attitude, or is it feisty, or is it cross, or is it painful? All of these things, I think as musicians, this is what we need to communicate when we play or when we sing. It's got to be the thing that's happening, is what are we saying or what are we feeling? And when we're watching you on stage, we want to know that what's not necessarily what's going through your head. We probably don't want to know half of that, but we do want to know that it matters to you. And telling a story through those kind of words, rather than just how loud or how soft is this, is a good way to accessing that. So it's just something I thought I'd leave you with. And some of the performers tonight have that down already. And some, if you discover some of that, I think it might change the way you perform. What an amazing evening. What a really stunning evening. Did you invite your friends? You don't have any friends? I thought if any of you had any friends and you'd invited a couple of them each, we could have more people here, but that's very honest of you, sir. Yeah, great. Right, so just I will gallop through very quickly the intermediate class first. We started with Joe Ying, and by the way, how lucky you are to have this piano. Folks, especially the pianists, but to have some stunning pianists playing for you in this amazing hall. I hope you don't take any of it for granted. Joe, where are you? Lovely, careful listening. Really, from the start, the first sound you put down, so this is the man who listens to the sound he makes. And there's a lovely subtlety in your rubato and your lyrical playing. The middle section, I think we need more left hand, because that's a nice melody. So it comes out the top at the beginning. Let's have a little bit more in there. And I wonder whether you could use your left foot as well. Why not? Okay, start using it. There's some lovely changes from minor chords to major tonalities, and there's a real subtlety of it. And maybe that's the left pedal, you can find some more colours as well, but you already find some lovely colours in your playing. It's very nice. We had Bowen playing the Mascani. You're one I want to start thinking about dynamics. It's beautiful, your vibrato is lovely, your sound is lovely, but you played quietly, and I really wanted to know what was inside your heart, sir. Is there anything in there? Yeah. Maybe you don't want to show us, but it was beautiful, but I wanted to know if you could have said to me, I'm feeling so alone this evening, and that had come across, it would have set it alight. And I think you can find that, because it's beautiful, beautiful playing. Well done. And thank you for acknowledging the pianist. A lot of you did that. George, saxophone, Pink Panther. We saw you earlier. It was great. lovely understated playing again at the beginning. I think the middle section needs more attitude. Do you ever get cross?
Not all the time.
Okay. So plug it into your sax and pretend, okay, I'm going to practice this, I'm going to make it cross. Da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da, da-da-da. We need more of you coming out there. So you ought to practice it. Practice it and play that session and sound bored. And practice it and see if you can sound cross. Practice it again and see if you can sound in a hurry. Anything to try to, because we need more contrast in it. Lovely, all very secure playing. Lovely final riff. We had Jake playing Haydn. Very nice. That first phrase nearly killed me. Why do you not breathe in the middle of that?
Because I think it flows better.
Okay. And what do you think during that first phrase? Do you think, gosh, I got a big breath here, or are you thinking towards the end of the phrase?
Thinking towards the end of the phrase.
Good. It sounded like it. I enjoyed it much more the second time when I was ready for it. I've just never had anyone do that before. It's very brave. Just take care with those little short two-note phrases. The accents are a bit big on them. But this is a very exposed piece, and it's a very scary piece, I think, and you know none of that. You're a brave man. We had Olivia singing. You really commanded the stage, Olivia. Actually, before you even started singing, you'd weighed them up, and you were believable before you opened your mouth, which is a real gift, I think. So you got the face to connect us, and you got the voice to connect us. I think there's still more to come from you. I think you keep doing this more and more, and there's more, even more character, and explore some more of those emotions as well. I thought it was a beautiful performance. And then we had Alexander playing his own drum solo. Where are you? Fantastic. So creative. So much variety. And I love the crossing bit here. Technically, I don't know how anyone does that. Pulse was a little loose in places. I don't know whether that's the time. And it was strangely intriguing and enjoyable, actually. Whether that was what you were going for, I'm not sure. But most enjoyable. So that is the intermediate class. Tell me if I'm going too slow. And in that class, I want to get sure I'm in the right order. We have a winner and a runner-up, and highly commended. So highly commended was Olivia Garrett. Well done. And the runner-up was Joe Ying. And the winner, and I couldn't spell his name, so I wrote it wrong, so I'm going to have to do you another certificate, is Jake Wingfield. Right. Seniors. Neil. Great. There's some big pieces in this senior class, some sort of classic pieces and some challenging pieces, and great to see people taking on big pieces. This could be played in so many different ways. You loved it, didn't you? Yeah. Yes, we could tell. Personally, I think it was a bit slow at the beginning. It's hard to keep those chords as they come down. Dun, 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 dun. You know, it's going to take ages to get to the bottom. So maybe a quicker tempo, but you all have your reasons for playing. Just be careful with the pedal in places. Maybe you need to trade ideas with Joe. You're a bit heavy with your right foot sometimes because some of the harmonies get stuck together. But my teacher used to say, you pedal with your ears. Yes? You must keep listening to the way the harmonies mix all the time, otherwise it can get muddy. But it was very, very exciting, and the climax of it was absolutely thrilling. And what intrigued me the most is just what did you have written on a little bit of paper here? Well, maybe you can tell me afterwards. Well done. It was really, really enjoyable. We had David singing The Vagabond. Super, clear projection, lovely diction. We didn't miss a word, and lovely storytelling. Some strange vowels, if you don't mind me saying. Do they change? Do you speak like that, or do they just change when you sing? Yeah. Got blue was a really interesting vowel when you sung that, and winter was a strange one. But I might just be taking that mick out of where you come from, so I need to be careful. But it's important, I think, that we sound. To talk to your teacher about that, but you're going very nicely indeed. What year are you in? 10. 10, okay. So your voice will settle more, but that's sounding really nice already. Good stuff. Well done, David. We had Hugh playing the Erhu. Amazing. How many strings has that got? 1? 2. Sorry. What a wonderfully vibrant performance. Your right hand is superb in terms of all that articulation that you bring, and you really drew us in to your world. I don't know what you were thinking or where you were, but we were all there with you. Intonation, I'm not sure. I think your intonation is a bit dodgy in places. There's a lot going on those few strings, but it was so sincere in your playing. Well done, sir. That's great. We've got an Erhu player in my school, and I'm going to go back and tell her all about you. Then we had Dasha playing the jazz etude. Really vibrant playing. Lovely, lovely colour, and your articulation is fantastic. So all the rhythm and the drive and the energy. I think you're too heavy with your right foot as well. Not in the same way as he's heavy with his right foot. He doesn't use his left foot. I actually think the articulation, if you come off the pedal, we'll hear more of the detail that you're playing, and you almost cover it up. If you just took the pedal away in a few places, we'd get more of the edge of the articulation. But I thought that was really, really vibrant playing, and a cool piece. Then we had Caesar playing Sarasate. Thank you. I'm not a fan of showpieces that just have every kind of flashy thing under the sun. Harmonics, double stopping, crazy chromatic scales, left-hand pizzicato, right-hand this, and you completely sold it to me. It's just amazing. I think you've got the style and the flashiness to do all of that, and the communication as well. It's really, those showpieces, they can just be showpieces. But the first sound, you need to talk to Bowen. Where are you? Talk to him. Yeah? Because boy, did we get a lot out of that sound when you first started. It was amazing. What I would say to you, your challenge is, can we get rid of the music stand, please? Because I did feel, to some extent, you were sort of earnestly communicating with this music stand. It was marvellous. But it should be us. Do you need it?
Not really.
Get rid of it. I really think so. And stand proud and deliver it up there. I think that's your biggest challenge, actually. To believe that they want you out there. They want to see inside. And that's a real brave thing to do. But when you can play the violin like that, I think that's your next. It's nothing to do with the way you play the violin at all. It's to do with how you get yourself out to communicate. I think that could be very exciting. Wonderful. Tricky at the end, isn't it? Then we had Gabriel Brown singing Tchaikovsky in Russian. So much expression. I remember you from May. I heard you sing in May when I was last here. Just what presence you've got on stage. But vocally and your words and the colour in your voice, I thought it was sensational. Moving on. Joshua on the horn. Schumann. What a stunning technique you have, really. The horn is you get paid danger money for playing the horn. Notes split left, right and centre, it's such a precarious thing, and in your hands, it just sounds really easy. It's really annoying. It can sound so effortless, and under the surface, there's a typical swan thing, looks graceful. Under the surface, all the hard work you're doing to make it seem effortless. Nobody really knows, except for you. But I think you're a stunning player, sir. Real fine technical control. I did hear a split note. Wow, really. And so lyrical you're playing. We had Josh Lawson playing Phil Woods. I first heard this piece when I was your age, and I sat next to the pianist and turned his pages while John Harr played that piece. It's an amazing piece. What was going through your mind when you played the first phrase? Don't mess up. Yeah, that's not what we want to hear, is it? What would your teacher be saying to you? Express it. Go on. Express it, man. Express it. Express what? Dynamics. What are those? Atmosphere. What atmosphere? Leave me alone, you horrible man standing on the stage. It's so hard standing there, and you've got to, but it's got to come straight away, and you've got it. You've got it. I think this is a massive piece, isn't it? And I think there's a real showpiece of what you could do. I think it's marvellous. And now I think we can multiply it all out, so when it's that big sound, da-da, at the bottom, we need twice as much. And there, and the flighty, feisty stuff needs to be twice as showy. You hide behind the stand a bit. It's a really big piece in terms of communicating all of that stuff. And I think in your head, you need to have all the time, what do I want to communicate to my audience? It's almost like it's an act, showpiece. But I think you're so well set up as a player. It's brilliant. I'm just saying that because that's where you need to go next. It's amazing. But there's more. That's a big piece. I hope you keep playing it. We have Max playing Fore. I didn't write very much for a long time, Max, because I was just listening. Talk to Max. Yeah? Because whatever was going through Max's head, wasn't he believable? Did you believe every moment of what he played? Just think, wow, wherever he is, this means something to him. He could have had some dreadful story going on, we don't want to know, but it was so, he just pulled straight out of himself. It's wonderful. And except in one little bit where the piano gets a tune, and you've just got 4 minutes. I don't think you know what to do with that bit. It's just about 16 bars a minute. When do I get the tune again? And as soon as you've got the tune again, we're back in. Just watch your triplets at the end and keep listening to your pianist. You thought your rhythm was a bit iffy at the end. But there's sincerity and a beautiful tone. And then we had, to finish, Eleanor singing Mozart. Beautiful clarity and sincerity and fantastic projection. Again, rather like our one-playing friend here, technical control to do that is quite considerable. But you didn't let us know about that. You just were there singing, and it was marvellous. I think we need more from your face. Have you ever been naughty? You don't have to answer that. I think now it's tough, but it's really hard. But you need to put yourself. You need to pretend to be somebody else, and pretend that you're naughty, and sing that in that way. And then I think we'll get even more out of the character out of it. I'm so sorry if I've talked for so long. Folks, you're all amazing. Please keep going. I think you've got quite a lot to learn from each other, actually. So you might go away, have a look in your wounds, thinking, oh, I'm really cross that I did that, or this went wrong, or that's what goes through our minds when we perform. It's so easy to focus on the things that didn't go well. But please, can you consider what the performance, or the 2 performances you like the best tonight from other people? What did they do? Could I have a bit of that? And why don't you just go and spend spend some time with them or pick their brain and say, how did you make that do that? And then you can really learn from each other and you'll be going places. We have prizes. And so again, we have a highly commended, and then we have a runner-up, and we have a winner. And the highly commended this evening goes to Caesar. And the runner-up to Gabriel Brown. And my engine is hopefully running very quickly, so I'm going anyway. But for me this evening, with the sincerity of this performance, was Matt's one.
What a fantastic evening tonight was, and I think I'm not the only one in the room that thinks that it was surprising that this is a school competition. Seeing all this talent perform tonight in front of us all is just fantastic, and it's down to the dedication of their practice, their support at home and in school, and it's just been a fantastic evening, and I can't thank everybody enough for that, and I can't thank enough as well Mr. George Bevan for his fantastic adjudication tonight. Thank you.